A, Icy on that beat. A. Hey, already know to y'all, it's just a fantasy, you know. Yeah. Hey, all I see is false hope, make believe. Imagination trying to take a break, I don't agree. Nah, always hearing about my downfall, and to me, there's nothing more than fiction, a fantasy, yeah. It's just a fantasy, though. Hey, yeah. It's just a fantasy, though. Hey, yeah. It's just a fantasy, though. Yeah. It's just a fantasy, though. An army of one versus an army of dubs. It's child's play to be in the game with some fake number ones. I'm not entertaining people who finna be bums or heard you were a king. But now, who cares, so what? Going too fast while blindfolded. Hey, just ignore the bad words that were spoken. Hey, just forget about the vows that were broken. Yeah, said I trust but never know when I'm joking. Disguise a wolf in sheep's clothing. But you know, I can sense a phony in an instant. They're not low, killing on the low. And they hit them dead, but for now I'm in rage mode. Wanna be the boss, but do what I say so. Treat me with respect, but really wanna hate though. All my life they wanna take it really fake though. In their mind they always see my death date. Oh, it's just a fantasy though. 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 Always having dreams, trying to take my green. Nothing more than false hope and make believe. It's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy though. Hey.
It's just a fantasy, so don't get mad at me. Please don't be petty just cause we making them greens. It's intentional, I wanna be exceptional but never forgettable. So put me on a pedestal cause I'm incredible. Amazing. You got many people that wanna put on the show. If you know their history, they just be stunting for the host. Now I gotta be real cold, gotta do it for the bros. And with mucho gusto, don't wanna messing up my flow. If situation's out of hand, situation is critical. Where people stop acting like they the best, let's wait for that miracle. They got so much pride in their chest, it's unforgivable. So now you understand why I have to get real lyrical. All this is just a game, let me put you to shame. All y'all just the same, so no need to know y'all names. Cause I'm getting to the top, and you're not gonna make me stop. I be doing this a lot, putting people like this in a spot.
Yeah, in a spot, and like we said, evildoers like the sight of seeing their foes dead. With no hesitation going ahead. In cold blood, wild blood, and tears are shed. In their fantasy, always filling me up with lead. Oh, but I don't really care. Especially since you don't have a death stare, you don't got the killer instinct in your arsenal. It's just a fantasy, so please don't make it personal. It's just a fantasy though. 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 Always having dreams, trying to take my green. Nothing more than false hope and make believe. It's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy.